published 1454 est. The 23rd of November 2017 updated 2024 est. The 23rd of November 2017 Cologne have a goat for a mascot and two players named Horn, so it was quite apt that they ramraided Arsenal into a state of mild embarrassment. But quite how they pulled it off is anyone's guess. This was a performance that was so unambitious, it was something of a shock to see Sehrou Guirassy go for goal when he won a soft penalty on 62 minutes. Yet shoot he did, and with that strike Arsenal's unbeaten run in this competition came to an end. They still progress as Group H winners, which is impressive enough when you consider the fringe men, academy boys and recovering souls that have made up Arsene Wenger's sides in this competition. Cologne striker Sehrou Guirassy beats Arsenal goalkeeper David Ospina from the penalty spot just past the hour. The 21-year-old striker celebrates by kissing the pitch at the RheinEnergie Stadium after burying his shot from 12 yards. Mathieu Debuchy left, who gave away the penalty, protests his innocence following referee's decision to award the spot kick. Arsenal's players look frustrated after conceding the only goal in the Group H game away against Cologne. The jubilant Cologne players celebrate in front of their home fans in Germany following the surprise win over the Gunners. Arsenal's dejected trio Alex Iwobi, Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Francis Coquelin head back to the away dressing room. Jack Wilshere hasn't started a Premier League game this season, which grows more peculiar with each performance by in the Europa League. This was his fourth start in the competition this season, and again he was Arsenal's most potent and dynamic attacking weapon. Premier League action needs to come soon for the England midfielder, whose contract is up at the end of the season. But there will be an acute sense of disappointment that they were quite so helpless here in the face of Cologne's approach, which was to defend for their lives while spying for scraps that might justify crossing the halfway line. 4 shots the home side had in all, and just 33% of the possession, but somehow that was enough to beat Arsenal, who surged forward at every opportunity but found only lead in the boots and static in the brains. It looks all the worse when you consider Cologne have taken only 2 points from 12 Bundesliga games this season, so beyond the positive aspects of Jack Wilshere's latest European performance, and the continued promise of Ainsley Maitland-Niles and Reiss Nelson, there was woefully little that could be termed encouraging. Even Wenger was stumped in trying to add gloss to the result, saying, "We had a lot of possession and we lose a game where Cologne had 1 shot on goal. And it was not a penalty at all, we just missed a little bit in the final third, we missed always a little something to finish our chances." Arsenal midfielder Jack Wilshere moves forward with the ball but is closely followed by Guirassy in the first half. Arsenal's Danny Welbeck breaks forward before being clipped by Cologne's Fredrik Sorensen in the opening stages. Cologne defender Dominic Moreau was forced off through injury shortly before halftime on Thursday night. Cologne at bottom of the Bundesliga with no wins this term. There was at least a return from injury for Danny Welbeck as one of 11 changes to the side that beat Tottenham at the weekend, but even that only lasted 45 minutes, during which the striker was largely ineffective. Wenger said it was planned before the game that he'd play 45 minutes. Medically, the risk was a bit too high to play him for longer because he's been out for a while. He was frustrated to come off, but he's in a good shape. On winning the group, Wenger was only marginally more enthusiastic. "I will tell you how it feels after the draw for the knockout rounds," he said. "You feel you have done the job if you finish the group top. What does it really mean? I don't know. But it's what we wanted. How much they wanted from this game is open to debate after the derby exertions. With the progress to the knockout rounds guaranteed before kick-off, meaning only the clinching of top spot was up in the air, they were sloppy. The only blessing was that Cologne tried so little. Indeed, the single moment of attacking intent from Cologne came in the first 5 minutes when Jehan Cordoba drew a semi-challenging save from David Ospina, but thereafter they were done. Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger uses a break in play to deliver instructions to his players during the first half. Olivier Giroud and Per Mertesacker on as Rob Holding goes up to contest a header with Cologne's Guirassy. Central midfielder Mohamed Elneny controls the ball as he looks to make his way forward with Milos Djordjic close behind him. Arsenal defender Mertesacker demonstrates his aerial qualities as he manages to get to a header before Jehan Cordoba. In response, Maitland-Niles had a shot to the near post diverted for a corner and Francis Coquelin cracked another wide. Coquelin later had the closest shave of the first half, when he hit the outside of a post. Beyond that, Arsenal just could not hold possession long enough for it to be worth anything. A consequence of the opposition's effective defending and frustrating attitude. Certainly. A product of the occasion, with no great need for busted guts. Quite possibly. Wenger attempted a jump start by swapping Welbeck for Alex Iwobi, but, if anything, Arsenal delivered less. Cologne engineered one chance out of Arsenal's complacency around the hour, with Sehrou Guirassy side-footing rather meekly to Ospina, before he won the penalty. It looked harsh, given it was an easy tumble after a gentle tumble with Mathieu Debuchy, but the call was made and Guirassy put his kick down the middle. It was only the second home game in which Cologne have led this season. A set of horns to the backside for Arsenal. Guirassy caused Arsenal problems throughout the first half and here manages to get across beyond Mathieu Debuchy. Guirassy stepped up after being fouled in the Arsenal penalty area by Debuchy to score for the hosts. Guirassy showed how much the goal meant to him as he celebrated his strike, which came 62 minutes into the game. Wilshere's battle with Sorensen continued into the second half, but Arsenal man could not inspire his side to equalize.